we're the first generation with social media. And there seems to be a huge problem in our generation with comparing ourselves to others. So there I go again. So how can we stop it? And is it harmful? Do y'all think it's harmful? I do.
Yeah, it's harmful.
Did that
It
exist
can be
before
harmful.
social media? Did people compare themselves to each other?
Just in the friend group, like they would have, the most popular person in school. Oh, I wish
Yeah,
I could be
because
that
it
person.
wasn't such instant information coming at you from everywhere.
From
But now you got all these
one side of the
influencers.
country or even one side of the world to the other.
Yeah, you just seeing everything on social media, and
Oh, that
it's
person
at
has
your
a Lambo.
fingertips.
I want a Lambo.
so it makes you compare. Like, why don't I have
a
that?
Lambo?
What's wrong with me? Well, nothing's wrong with you.
For me, even though I had seen, like we had just talked about, what a lot of people would deem to be success, having had a business, having clients and stuff. Like as a teenager, that's crazy to have that. But when I got to my 20s, I found myself being very unhappy. I found myself wanting to do something different. Like that season was behind me. And I spent the latter part of my 20s feeling very depressed. I now know it was depression. My depression manifested in a different way. It wasn't like a textbook depression of what my stereotype in my head was of depression. Because I thought depression was, oh, I can't get out of bed. I don't want to eat anything. I just don't want to be around people. But that's not how it was for me. For me, it was more, I'm exhausted all the time and don't know why. Everything I try to do, when I think about it, it feels like
So monumental.
monumental. Oh, I got to go to the store today. Oh, my God. That's how I was feeling. Oh, I have to do this for this client. Oh. So the thing that I ended up tying that to, a part of the thing that was contributing to that I found out, was that I was looking at other people who were my age, who was able to buy themselves a house, buy their parents a house, have cars. Not saying that these are things that motivate me, because I'm not a materialistic person, but just me struggling financially the way that I was and trying to run a business, dealing with the things that we had to deal with, especially like with COVID, when that came around, it was a very weird time because a lot of industries were shutting down. And innately, I'm like, okay, I'm an online business. This isn't going to affect me. But who are my clients? A lot of people who have in-person businesses. So, of course, it was going to affect me, but I didn't realize that at the time. So, as that started happening and clients started falling off because they was going out of business, it really started to get
Alarming.
and scary. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to do something different, but I didn't have the confidence to do what I really wanted to do, which was to go on YouTube and start YouTube. And I was comparing myself to everyone else I was seeing. Oh, well, I would start YouTube, but I'm not fit enough, I don't think people would like to see me because I'm overweight. Or I want to start this, but I have, my health conditions. So will I be able to keep up with it? It was all of this doubt that made me feel like I was a failure. When in actuality, no, I was winning. I just wasn't winning in the same way other people was winning. And then the realization, especially once I ended up starting YouTube years later, you see that stories can be weaved. You can create a vision how you want to create it. So some of the people, half the people we looking at on social media don't really live the lives that
It's a curated type of
that we think they live.
persona a lot of times. Sometimes it's accurate.
Yeah.
But a lot of times
most
it isn't.
times it's not.
Yeah.
And this is what we spend our time feeling sorry scrolling on our phones, looking and being like, oh, damn, I wish I was like this person. When that person is not like that person.
Yeah, it's all a character.
Yeah, it's. I think people have to remember that they are on their own path. You're on your own journey. Mm-hmm. And what you're experiencing is unique. So you just have to figure out what's the best path for you to take.
Yeah.
What worked for somebody else may not work for you. And what didn't work for somebody else may work for you. Mm-hmm. So you just have to decide what it is that you want and then figure out how to get what you want. Mm-hmm. So, and that's the way I think it is for every goal.
Yeah.
And you may not reach it immediately. Nothing happens overnight. The overnight stuff is just a myth.
And that's something that this generation, and I say this generation, I mean millennial like me and Gen Z like Cam, I think we have really bad. But I also think...
And why do you think that is, though?
I think because we've come up in a time where things are instantaneous. Information is instant.
Information at your fingertips. Everything is instant.
Whatever you want.
I can... Yeah.
And now, even in the latter part, like the latter part of my 20s, like I turned 20 in 2020 and 2014. So even like at the beginning of that, I don't even remember, at least it wasn't in our part of the world, the country rather, DoorDash and all of that stuff. We didn't have this stuff. So now the fact that you could order your groceries and you don't have to go shopping, you could order your food to your door.
This is just the age of instant gratification.
Yeah. You could just get whatever you want to get. But the only thing we can't instantly gratify is making money.
Yeah.
That's something that you constantly hear about in all of the music we listen to. You see it in the shows that we watch. You see it on social media. Everybody talking about getting that money, getting that money.
Getting that bag, that money.
And when you have trouble making money,
then you feel like
well,
something
what the fuck is wrong with me?
And nothing in the fuck is wrong with you.
Nothing is wrong.
It's just that is a skewed type of feed into your brain. If you're seeing it, and you're hearing that in the music you listen to, it's a programming type of thing that's going on where, so-and-so is talking about the billions that they have or the millions that they have. They may not have. Half these people that's talking about, they have money. They don't have that kind of money.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to...
And you should pursue what makes you happy, not money.
Yeah. And if you want to do what they do, the first step is to just stop giving a fuck. Do what I decided to do. Oh, I'm big. Okay, and it ain't nothing I ain't heard already. Or it ain't nothing that
you
I
ain't
can't
saying
see.
nothing that ain't obvious.
Yeah, like I go to the mirror and be like, I'm skinty. No, I know I ain't. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Got me hitting this damn mic.
Well,
with my face.
I don't think that's accurate, Cameron. You do give a fuck.
I give a fuck a little bit to not come out here with my hair all crazy.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, you give a fuck about your health, but you don't give a fuck about what people think about you, because what they think about you don't fucking matter.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what they say, what they would say. And then I notice how when you say something about somebody and they can't really counter it, so they go
to how you look.
To how you look. Like, bitch, like I didn't know that.
Well, how you look, Mr. No Profile Picture?
Yeah. This one motherfucker decided he was going to comment that to me when I was talking about Trump ass or somebody on social media. Uh-huh. And he said, well, you need to stop worrying about Trump and start worrying about them chins or something he said.
Mm-hmm. The double chins or whatever.
And I said, bitch,
okay, bitch,
how you going to come on here talking about me when you ain't got no profile picture? Oh, wait, I know. Because your real ugly ass will probably break Instagram servers.